What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Rashad Evans on his big victory, Khabib Nurmagomedov's comments after the first Eagle FC event in the United States, and much more. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos just like this. Now let's get into it. After Eagle FC debut in the US, Khabib says he hopes to learn from Dana White. The first Eagle FC event in North America, Eagle FC 44, took place in Miami on Friday night. The first promotion co-owned by a former UFC champion, Khabib Nurmagomedov. The event featured a lot of former UFC stars, including Rashad Evans, Ray Borg, Diego Sanchez, and Kevin Lee, among others. After the event signed off, Khabib held a standing press conference with reporters and admitted that he was very nervous before the event, similar to the nerves he had felt when he was fighting for all those years. About a month ago, his former employer, UFC President Dana White, said Khabib would, quote, learn the hard way about being an MMA promoter, and that it's much easier said than done. Now, with his first North American show in the books, how does Khabib feel about the job? He admits that it's difficult. This is what he told reporters.
Nothing easy, honestly. He's right, it's like Dana right, And I'm gonna have meeting next month in Vegas with him. I'm gonna see him, I'm gonna talk with him a lot about all this kind of stuff, And I'm just beginning, how many years he have experience, he's the best in the game, and it's a big honor for me to learn from him.
What do you think about Khabib's statements here? And what are your thoughts about Eagle FC 44? Benson Henderson gives his take on the Francis Ngannou UFC contract dispute. Benson Henderson was once the best lightweight in the world as UFC lightweight champion. While he's a few years removed from the pinnacle of his abilities, Smooth is no stranger to high-level athlete contract negotiations, especially with the UFC. So that's why he was asked this week by reporters about his thoughts on the ongoing contract dispute between Francis Ngannou and the UFC. This is what Henderson had to say. It's up to each person individually what you're okay with accepting. Ngannou is not accepting this. He's not accepting that. And I think it's on him. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's good. I think he needs to stand up for what he believes, for what he's willing to accept, and for the amount of respect that he's due. Henderson is completely 100% behind his fellow fighter and respects his move to fight what he wants for in his deal. Since these statements were made, Henderson went on to defeat Islam Mamedov via split decision at Bellator 273 over the weekend. But what do you think about his support for Ngannou? Don't forget to take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the latest fight news. Conor McGregor says he plans to abstain from the drink when he gets back to training. Conor McGregor is still on the road to recovery as he continues to nurse a broken leg that he sustained in his trilogy fight against Dustin Poirier last July at UFC 264. But the Irishman is now vowing that he will be completely staying away from the booze once he gets back into training. Case in point, he posted a photo of him relaxing with a whiskey drink, Proper 12 whiskey, with a statement that read, "Sitting in actual awe at present. Can't quite describe it." Last week, Saturday, the first day Ireland became free from restriction, and also, coincidentally, the anniversary of the late Arthur Guinness. Forged Irish Stout outsold Guinness on premise for the first time, and every day since. Forged Irish Stout is now the clear leader in stout sales for us. All of us in this industry know for a stout to do this is just unprecedented, incredible. The fact that it happened for the first time on that day in particular, I feel it a sign that I am on the right path here with all of this. Onwards and upwards we go. For my fighting fans, I want to say I know I'm enjoying myself with my liquid, but very soon I will be immersing myself in full training again with complete abstention from my wonderful creations of spirit and ale. Just 5 more minutes, ma. While there's no timetable for his return, his MMA coach, John Kavanagh, stated that they are targeting a comeback sometime in the summer, although against who is not known. Charles Oliveira, the lightweight champion, has talked about big money fights and is willing to put the title on the line to fight the big money opponent in Conor McGregor, much to the chagrin of several contenders. However, Oliveira is set to take on Justin Gaethje at UFC 274 come this May, which means those plans are likely off the table for a title shot for McGregor. When McGregor returns to the octagon, who do you want to see him fight? Let us know in the comments. Donald Cerrone to fight Joe Lauzon. Fan favorites Joe Lauzon and Donald Cerrone are set to meet in the Octagon at a Fight Night event on April 30th. MMA Junkie is breaking the news that the two will square off in a battle that will completely be for the fans. Lauzon hasn't fought since October 2019, a first-round TKO win over Jonathan Pierce. Before that, he had dropped 3 straight. Cowboy, meanwhile, has not won in 6 fights. By the time April 30th rolls around, it will have been 11 months since Cerrone last fought, a first-round TKO to Alex Morono. No venue has been announced for this April 30th Fight Night event yet. What do you think about this matchup? And who you got in this one? Rashad Evans talks of dark thoughts prior to his Eagle FC victory. When Rashad Evans retired from the sport, he was on a 5-fight losing skid. In fact, he had lost 7 of his last 9 fights, all in the UFC. But this weekend, Evans was back in the win column, earning a unanimous decision victory against Gabriel Checo in Eagle FC 44 in Miami. The win was his first since November 2013, and he looked good out there, using his wrestling to wear out Checo and outscore the Brazilian. The rush of emotion for Evans was evident, and he let out a big sigh of relief after the fight, saying this in his post-fight press conference.
All day, it was like the longest day of my life, sitting in that hotel room till 7:30 until it was my call time. It was like sitting in purgatory, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't really rest. I just stayed in that mindset where you're just battling yourself the whole time, believing that you got it. At the same time, trying to fight off the dark thoughts if things don't go your way. But things turned out good today.
While he isn't sure what's next, Khabib Nurmagomedov did say that he was keen to sign Evans to a multi-fight deal. Still, Evans says he understands that at 42 years old, he's likely only going to fight so many times, but he wants to test himself. How do you feel about Evans coming out of retirement and getting his first victory since 2013? Do you want to see more of Sugar Rashad in the cage? Let us know in the comments. Thanks so much for joining us today and catching up on all things MMA. What do you make of what's going on in the fight world? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the latest news from the fight world. See you next time.